It's another Saturday morning. Welcome to Sustainable Saturdays here at Buckwheat Farms Magic Emporium and Ballroom. We're glad you joined us today. We've still got some issues with mold in the coffee grounds, so I'm taking some proactive steps today. I've got some coffee grounds on the stove now and some water boiling. Because the coffee we get from Z beans is cold pressed, I think that's part of the issue. So I'm thinking boiling will get them, will straighten the situation out. And plus, I'm going to use a lower concentration of coffee grounds. I ran into Hunter from Making Mushrooms, a professional mushroom grower, and he made that recommendation that I cut my coffee ground percentage as part of my strata back. That the nitrogen, the excess nitrogen in the coffee grounds actually helps to promote the bacterial and fungal growth. So we're learning, and so today we've got some things to do today. We'll be working more on the microgreens in the greenhouse. I'll cut the pigs loose into this little pasture area again today. But the first thing I'm going to do this morning is build a better mousetrap. This is the reason I need a better mousetrap. This was a pineapple plant, and I can see the leaves are starting to come back at the base, but the mice just decimated the top of this plant. And so I'm going to see if I can fix that. As you saw in earlier videos, the mice really wiped out a lot of stuff in my greenhouse. So I'm going to utilize what's left in the pond water. I'm going to put a line across here with a PVC around the line. And then on top, I'll put some peanut butter, or in my case, it'll probably be sunflower butter. And then the mice will cross to get to the butter and fall off into the water and drown. And from the looks of what they've done around here, this thing may be full by the morning. So this is what I've got set up with a bungee and this cool piece of PVC. We'll see how this works. I may have to go back and get a wooden dowel that's a little smoother for that PVC to turn on a little bit. We'll see how it works though when I load it up with the almond butter. Foraging for the animals was pretty productive this morning. This is the first load of, I'm going to grab another one, but we've got lots of clover, and there's some chickweed in here, and also dandelions, of course. All of those which will be highly nutritious for my animals. We've had a couple of warm days, so I knew that things would be popping. And the wonderful thing is that most of these, all of these in fact, would be nutritious for us as well. Much more nutritious than this centipede crap. Well, day one, the mousetrap was unsuccessful. I had put some sunflower butter along this pipe here, and they got the butter, but I have no mice in the water. And I believe what it is because I'm using this bungee cord, and the pressure keeps it from turning over. I'm gonna have to go and get a dowel, a smaller dowel that'll go through there, and that way that pipe will spin freely, and I think that'll work. But at least I've got them going over there. I know that they know where the food is. The coffee grounds are boiling, and I'm going to let my breakfast settle. We had a delicious breakfast, eggs and rice with a little turmeric in there, topped with some alfalfa sprouts, and then I added Charlene's delicious. Oh, they're so good. Pickled jalapenos, and then had some uncured bacon. Hopefully, or no, not hopefully, soon that bacon will be some of our own uncured bacon that we're serving there as well from our own pasture pigs. But right now I'm going to let that settle, enjoy a cup of hot tea while the coffee's boiling. Then it's watering and taking care of my microgreens and seedlings. The boiling of the coffee grounds seemed to have worked really well. The coffee grounds weren't as clumpy. They still had a little bit of moisture in them, but I mixed it with the cocoa coir in my trays. But more interestingly, I am about to put these two under the grow lights here. These are two avocado pits that I have used a method, and I'll post a link to the video down below to
to the video where I learned how to do this. But these are two. I've got about 6 more in there that I'm waiting to come out. You can see they got a little bit of a tail on them, and what I'll do is I will allow them to grow some stems, cut it back and allow it to regrow, and then I'll put it in a pot. As you can see, I have put seedlings in just about every kind of container that I can find, and I'm a little crazy with it, but I've also got some other seedlings started inside, but I'm going to try all these. I've been seeing everyone do it online and all the videos and everything, so we're going to see how this goes. This is my first haul from the Food Depot in Warner Robins. I went out there today and stopped by. Taylor and Produce said if I come by, they'll have this much or more for me every 2 or 3 days. So that should keep my pigs going pretty good here for the next, and my chickens and my rabbits going pretty well. Well, it's Wednesday, market day again, and we've got a load of groceries still to pull off the truck from my food rescue yesterday, and I've got to rearrange the truck bed today when we go to market, because we've got a big load of grounds to pick up from Z Beans. Hopefully today's market will turn out to be the best ever. What a haul! This is the last of it. I gave the piggies and the chickens some treats last night, a little bit this morning, and this is what's left in the truck. Interesting enough, iceberg lettuce. My rabbits won't get that. This is the one lettuce that rabbits cannot eat. It's bad for them, which is kind of odd. The oranges, I will probably take some of these. I mean, I've got several bags of oranges in here, so I'll take some of these orange peels and make some household cleaner. I've already got some working in the house that I'll have to share with you, but we can make some cleaner out of that and possibly sell that at the market. Wow, I really packed the truck well today. Everything has stayed in place all the way from home down the interstate. Now we got the microgreens up front and some of the lighter stuff, but cool. This may be the model going forth, and I've got plenty of room here for the Z Beans. Well, I finally got to redoing my little mouse trap here, and so I've gotten, instead of the bungee cord, I've gotten a wooden dowel here, and what I'm going to do is this time put the almond butter on the underside, and maybe the mice then will try to get to it and flip over into the water. At least that's the plan, and we'll see how this works. Guess you'll get to see that next week, how that worked.
And I say next week because even though this is Thursday, I'm going to be wrapping things up today and getting this put to bed, because we have an incredible opportunity that if you're a grandparent, you will understand. Our grandson, who lives about 2 hours away, texted us, said, I have a long weekend, I'd love to come see you. Hearts, boom, 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 boom. And tomorrow is our granddaughter's 16th birthday party. So boom, 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 boom. We get to spend this time with our grandkids, and they are two of the brightest lights in mine and Charlene's life. What I do want to mention is thank you. Just this week, we went over 5,000 views. We're up to, I think, 118 followers. That could really bump up. If we get to 500 followers, of course, we can go over to Odyssey channel. I don't have to move my content over one piece at a time. I can move the whole thing over. But that's a goal for down the road. But I want to thank you. It's incredible to think that there have been 5,000 shares of our journey and the little bit of wit and wisdom that we've thrown out here. So thank you. We're glad you visited us. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, like us, share the videos with your family and friends. But also on the gram, the Instagram, we're almost I think we're like 680 followers there that we picked up. Again, finding a really good family, so to speak, in the sustainable permaculture community, the homesteading community, and really gotten some good tips. Found out this week, again, the tips I got from about the food rescue I've gotten some tips about cleaning products, all kind of sustainable living. Just, I would say, get on the gram and start, looking for sustainable permaculture folks. You'll find a lot of really good information, a lot of really helpful information. And unlike YouTube, where you're kind of one of many, there's even some more one-on-one kind of dialogue. But anyway, yesterday's market was fantastic. Again, not so much in terms of sales, even though we did sell the 2 pineapple trees plants, but spreading the word about the CSA and more specifically the community exchange system and the idea of being able to create that horizontal relationship with an alternative means of exchange. And there's a great interest in that. So I'm looking forward to the meeting on the 27th. And that's another reason I'm cutting this week short. I'll be spending a lot of time on putting together an email that an email invitation that I'll send out to the vendors, producers, growers, creators that I'd like to be here, or need to be here, I guess I should say, on the 27th, so we can get this thing rolling. But we're really excited about what's going on. Glad you're sharing our journey with us, and we'll be back. I'll be back doing some more content Sunday, because actually the third thing I forgot, my brother Bob is coming into town Saturday. I get to ride with him, so that's always a great day, and I always come back wound up and loaded. So when we start doing some content Sunday, it'll be rocking and rolling. Anyway, I'll do an Everything We Do Is Magic tonight, and get that in the can and spend time chasing the grandkids. Namaste.